All right, welcome to the Explainer. Today, we're going to talk about something you do every single day sleep. But I want you to forget everything you think you know about it being just downtime. Because in this Explainer, we're going to show you how to turn it into your ultimate performance enhancing tool. Seriously. So let's just dive right in with a really big question. We spend, what, a third of our entire lives totally unconscious? Why? I mean, what is so essential about this state that we literally make ourselves completely vulnerable for hours at a time every single night? Okay, to really get a sense of how important this is, check this out. The record for going without food? 382 days. That's over a year. The record for going without sleep? It's about 19 days. And they actually had to retire the category because it's just too dangerous. So the message here couldn't be clearer. Sleep is not optional. It's a non-negotiable biological command. So, okay, we know it's crucial. But why? Well, one of the big ideas is something called the restorative theory. And you can basically think of sleep as your body's overnight maintenance crew. Yeah, while you're powered down, this crew is hard at work, repairing your muscles, detoxifying your brain, and, get this, taking all the stuff you learned during the day and locking it into long-term memory. Then there's another major idea, the adaptive theory. And this one suggests that sleep is actually an ancient survival tactic. Think about it. For our ancestors, staying quiet and hidden at night was a really smart move. It saved precious calories and, more importantly, kept them off the menu for predators. So you could say it's evolution's way of telling us, hey, lie low when you're most likely to get eaten. But hold on. There's a really fascinating new theory that kind of takes it a step further. It suggests that sleep is our secret weapon for living on a spinning planet. See, we don't just live in one environment, we live in two totally different ones, day and night. And sleep is the brilliant strategy that lets us master both. Okay, so we've looked at why we might sleep. But now, let's flip the coin. Let's look at the incredibly steep price we pay when we don't get enough. And I really want to stress this. Sleep deprivation isn't just about feeling a little groggy the next day. No. Researchers have a term for what happens: metabolic chaos. And it's exactly what it sounds like, a systemic breakdown that messes with every single part of your body. It all starts in your brain, which basically goes into emergency mode. Toxins start to build up. Your neurons don't fire as effectively. You get that brain fog because a chemical called adenosine is blocking signals. And maybe most importantly, your brain just shuts down high-energy tasks, like, forming new memories. It's literally conserving every last drop of fuel just for basic survival. From there, the chaos spreads right into your bloodstream. Your body's ability to handle sugar just breaks down. Your blood sugar levels rise, and you start developing insulin resistance. And that's the first big step toward type 2 diabetes. At the same time, inflammation spikes across your whole system, putting your entire body under constant chronic stress. And the domino effect just keeps going, right into your muscles. Those essential growth and repair processes, they pretty much grind to a halt. Now, this obviously hurts your athletic performance right away. But long-term, it actually contributes to something called sarcopenia. That's the age-related loss of muscle mass and strength that we all want to avoid. Okay, so the stakes are clearly high. We get it. So how do we actually get this right? Let's build a simple, practical framework for what great sleep actually looks like. So sleep expert Dr. Sherry Ma breaks it all down into 3 simple pillars. First, you've got duration. That's just how long you sleep. Second, quality, how well you sleep. And third, timing, which is all about your consistency. Now, most of us, right, we obsess over that first one, duration. But as you're about to see, the science suggests we should be paying a whole lot more attention to timing. And that brings us to this really important metric, the Sleep Regularity Index, or SRI for short. It's basically a score from 0 to 100 that measures just one thing: how consistent you are. An SRI of 100, that means you have the exact same sleep schedule every single day. 0 means it's a total free-for-all. Now, this is where it gets really wild. The data here it's just staggering. A massive study of over 60,000 people found that having high sleep regularity was linked to a dramatically lower risk of dying from all the major causes. We're talking up to 48% lower for all-cause mortality and an incredible 57% lower for death from heart-related issues. So the conclusion from this landmark study was honestly a bombshell. It found that sleep regularity is a stronger predictor of your mortality risk than how many hours you sleep. Let me say that again. Your consistency is more important for your long-term health than the total number of hours you get. That changes everything. All right, so if consistency is king, how in the world do we actually get that kind of high-quality, regular sleep? Well, it's time to build your practical, evidence-based toolkit. One of the most powerful tools we have for better sleep is exercise. But what kind works best? A recent huge analysis of over 2,000 people found a clear winner. And while, yeah, all exercise helps, strength training outperformed everything else for improving sleep quality. It is the new gold standard, for sure. So here's your action plan, your playbook. Aim for about 3 strength training sessions a week. Then supplement that with some aerobic activity. But here's the key. More isn't always better. The biggest sleep benefits actually came from keeping the intensity moderate, so you don't have to kill yourself in the gym. Okay, and what about for those nights when your mind is just racing? Here's a powerful and totally free tool, the 4-7-8 breathing technique. It's such a simple way to tap into your body's natural relaxation response. Just follow the steps you see. You're going to place your tongue behind your front teeth, inhale through your nose for 4 seconds, hold that breath for 7 seconds, and then exhale through your mouth for a full 8 seconds. Just repeating that a few times can have a really profound calming effect. So let's pull all of this together now. It's time to stop thinking of sleep as this passive chore, this thing you have to do, and start seeing it for what it truly is, an active daily superpower. And if you want a perfect real-world example of this, just look at the NBA. A really clever study analyzed the stats of 112 players, and they used a genius proxy for sleep loss, late-night tweeting. And the results? They were crystal clear. After tweeting late at night, players scored fewer points, they grabbed fewer rebounds. But the most telling stat of all was their shooting accuracy. It dropped by a significant 1.7 percentage points. Now, that might not sound like a lot, but at the elite level, that's the difference between winning and losing a championship. So here's the ultimate takeaway. Sleep is the foundation of your performance. It's not optional downtime. It's the single most powerful tool you have to reset, repair, and recharge your mind and body. It's your daily superpower. So the only real question left is, are you plugging in?